Hello learners, in the last video I left you with some unanswered questions and asked you to think about it. So in this video we are going to look at another approach of the arbitral tribunal to examine whether a regulatory measure is an expropriatory measure or not, and that approach is called Police Powers Doctrine. Police Powers Doctrine essentially encapsulates the idea with regard to the fundamental role of a government as an agency to advance the public interest of the society. We believe it is Waiho Heiskanen who had popularized the phrase police power doctrine in the context of indirect expropriation. I mean, this phrase police power doctrine was used even before he popularized it, but then he is the one who had popularized it in the context of indirect expropriation. Especially so if you look at the United States, you may see that the regulatory takings, the domestic regulatory takings cases, there is always a consideration of the exercise of police power. So police power doctrine has been in the in parlance mostly in the domestic context, but now we are also looking at it in the context of ISTS as well, because some of the tribunals have either by explicitly stating or by taking an approach which essentially captures the idea of police power doctrine and then deciding the question of expropriation. So, as early as 1961, the Harvard Draft Convention for the International Responsibility of States for Injury to Aliens talks about police power doctrine, and particularly look at Article 10(5), fifth paragraph of Article 10. You can clearly see that police power doctrine is mentioned here, and the same was again reiterated in 1987 with the third restatement of foreign relations law of the United States as well. So this in the context of domestic legal system, police power doctrine was widely discussed in United States. Even in at the 1987 third restatement of the foreign relation law also talks about this police power doctrine. And I mean, going beyond this, we can trace back the application of police power doctrine to 1903, when the Claims Commission in Bischoff case had stated that a state taking a reasonable measure will not entitle be called, the question of compensation will not be called, especially so when the measure was taken in the context of an epidemic of an infectious disease. So essentially, what is it then the police power doctrine talk about? Police power doctrine emphasizes a lot on the purpose of the regulatory measure and not on the effect of the measure on foreign investment. So heavy weightage or heavy reliance is given to one factor, that is what is the purpose of the measure that the government had enacted. As long as the measure was non-discriminatory and was enacted for a legitimate public purpose, including the protection of environment, then in that case the investor will not be paid any compensation. So essentially we can say that police power doctrine is on the other end of the spectrum when it comes to the question of deciding whether the regulatory measure is expropriatory or not. So in the next video, we will look at some of the disputes, investment disputes, where police power doctrine was applied in the context of reviewing regulatory measure. So we will look at those cases in the next video.